What's up, Rooks? Welcome back to All the Castles, the show where we visit. Well, it's in the name. Basically, today we're here at Kendal Castle, which is sat over the lovely Lake District town. And this town is notable for its most delicious food and one of the best foods ever made, Kendal mint cake. Lovely.
Hello, I'm standing at the top of the northwest tower at Kendal Castle, which is about the highest point you can actually climb to. There are the remains of a staircase going even higher to another storey, which has since fallen down. The castle was built in the early 1200s by the de Rhinefred family, but they lost it for 30 years because they rebelled against King John until it was eventually restored to the family in the reign of Henry III. It eventually passed by marriage into the hands of the Parr family, the most famous of whom was Catherine Parr, the last wife of Henry VIII. And soon after Catherine's death, the castle was abandoned and started to fall into disrepair, and eventually the Victorians made it the centrepiece of a park and stabilised the ruins, so it's now a lovely place to come to for fantastic views over the town. Hello, we're now in the storeroom at the bottom of the northwest tower, which survives intact, though there isn't any furnishings, but this is where they would have stored perhaps valuables or even animals. It is now used by the sheep a lot, as you can tell by the smell, and you need to watch your head a bit coming in and out.
To be honest, it's not really worth coming here. Not the castle, but into the room. Back out into the light.
Hello, I'm standing here at the original gatehouse of the castle. These two bits of masonry are all that's left, but this would be originally the way in. Most of what's left of the castle is now to your left, so that's where we're going to be exploring next. Hello, what we're standing here at the moment is the Great Hall of the castle, and from at least the past time it does seem as if the castle was more used as a residence than a fortification, and that's perhaps why you have this enormous big window here to give the maximum light into the hall. Below are the remains of the kitchen buildings, so probably quite a luxurious, if difficult to heat, building in its time. Yeah, beneath the Great Hall, you've got these massive storerooms where they'd keep all the provisions, the meat and the wine for the fine dining. And you can see there's a nice fireplace remaining here.
In the kitchen.
You're funny. Now then, this part just to the east of the Great Hall, you've got a small little chamber, and I believe this was the garderobe or the toilet. And there's so you've got a fairly small window there.
It's a very nice window.
Another one over at this side.
Lovely.
And the remains of a higher story. Now the board outside says there's like a hidden passageway for the servants to come and go without disturbing the guests. So let's see if we can identify that. Well, it's not here. They don't want to fall in the moat.
Oh, I think I found it.
Right. Where do you think? You think they crawled under there? Right. Well, possibly. You'd think they'd have to go on all fours to get through there, but yeah, I guess that's what they're needing.
It looks kind of secretive.
Yeah, I think you're probably right, Simon. Yeah. Although there's at least some part of the curtain wall remaining all the way through the site, it used to be 2 meters thick, and so there was a walkway across the top so that you could walk all the way round the site, but that's long gone. Tracing the outline is a very rewarding little stroll.
About half a mile around, I'd say.
Maybe. Yeah. The castle was actually built on the top of an Ice Age drumlin, and then they made an earthwork on the top of that, so its situation is like half natural and half man-made.
That's nice,
But wonderful sight.
especially the tree.
Yeah. I think if there were a bit more of the castle left, this would be one of the best castle sites in the country. Hello, this stonework on either side of me is all that remains of the original gatehouse to the castle. So this is the way you'd come in, and most of what's left is on your left. So that's where we'll now go exploring.